Hello and welcome back to Weddel TV. I'm Emily Humphrey.
And I'm Dave Drew from Weddel Swift.
Coming up on this week's Weddel TV, we've got our weekly Weddel product feature.
As well as details on where to find Weddel TV online.
And an exclusive interview with Mike Whittemore, Head of Food and Butchery at Crosby Management Training.
But to begin with, we've now drawn the winners for the Weber Barbecue Competition. And congratulations to you all, and thanks to everyone who took part. And we'll also be announcing the winner of the Star Prize, the Wild Goose Kamado Barbecue, on our next show. So tune in to find out if it's you.
And for more ways to tune in, we are expanding our digital platforms. So if you miss an episode of Weddel TV or want to watch at a different time, you can now click on our advert on Facebook to go through to the latest programme.
Or visit our brand new YouTube page, Weddel Swift Distribution, which features the new episode as it's released, as well as a full version of all the interviews, cooking features and other highlights. Just press the bell icon to subscribe to our channel and you'll be notified when we upload new content.
And please follow us and encourage your colleagues to sign up using any of these digital platforms. And now it's time for this week's Weddel product feature, showcasing our Farmer's Gate pork range.
Introducing Weddel Swift's Farm Select Pork. Developed over a number of years out of our close relationship with Riversam, a member of Grupo Jorge. Weddel's Farm Select is produced out of Riversam's production facility, located in the north of Spain. This state-of-the-art plant enabling our vacuum product to achieve 21 days shelf life, and including a fantastic range of products such as leg and shoulder meat, a selection of rind-on and rindless loins and bellies, ideal for portion steaks or curing as whole backs, and a selection of VLs and trims.
Another fabulous looking range for the start of spring, Emily.
Definitely, Dave. I've already got some lined up for the family coming over this weekend. And finally, this week's interview with Mike Whittemore, Head of Food and Butchery at Crosby Management Training, who Dave has been speaking to about the apprenticeship scheme for butchers.
Well, we're delighted to have Mike Whittemore, who's the Head of Food and Butchery at Crosby Management Training, with us today, very kindly to give us some of his time. They're a national training provider across the UK for the meat industry, and he's kindly agreed to give us a bit of his time. Mike, what's the current state of play with apprenticeships in the UK in the meat industry at the moment?
Right, hi Dave, good to see you again. Right, well I think it's good at the moment. I mean, your guys, obviously your customers will know better than I how sort of it's buoyant at the moment in time. And it's busy, so it's never been a better time to actually look for that succession, that sort of next stage of for what's good for them in the business. The other sort of positive at the moment is there's government grants out there, certainly for under 18s, well, and for over 18s as well. It's in sort of stages, it's sort of tiered, but the positive out there at the minute is that you are looking to employ anybody. Now's never been a better time. There's a £4,000 government grant for under 18s. For over 19s, there's a £3,000 government grant. So
fantastic.
Good times.
That's a great incentive, isn't it? It's
Absolutely.
A great incentive. So how does it work?
Right, so basically it's an apprenticeship, clearly. It's an 18-month programme. During that 18-month, we will have, Crosby Management Training. I have 6 butchers on the road. We're a national training provider, so we actually visit the business. There's no day release, as was back in the day. We come to them, basically visit the apprentices within their branches, stores, shops, etc. Every 4 to 6 weeks we'll have an interaction with the apprentice, so it works in that context. So there is some theory within that programme, but by and large it's a practical skill, it's a trade. We actually teach the trade in. What I should say is the majority of that sort of period of time they will learn on the job, and they will learn on the job from the people that own the business, the managers, their mentors. What we do is we underpin that through about 20% with regards to how we work with the businesses to make sure that the apprenticeship is being done in the right time and in the right way.
Fantastic. I mean, it's great. It's a great time to be encouraging youngsters, particularly back into the meat industry.
Absolutely.
As over many years, we've seen that as a difficult way to encourage people into that trade. And I suppose an offshot of the COVID situation we've had over the last 12 or so months, we've seen a resurgence in certainly in the retail butchery and high street retail butchery, so attracting more shoppers into that retail shopping experience.
Yeah.
So there's never been a better time
Never.
to attract a youngster into that apprenticeship scheme.
Absolutely. And now sort of we're in obviously March coming up to April, but post June 23rd is the date, is when the school leavers, the current flush of school leavers leave, and they've either got to be in further education or in apprenticeship. So either or, so it's never been a better time, as we said at the outset, to actually look at seeing what you can do, and to attract that young sort of next generation of meat professionals within the business, because we've got a lot to offer. The butchers within the country, we need more. We need another generation coming through, as I said. So never been a better time to actually sell our wares to the youngsters coming through.
Fantastic! It's great to hear the passion in your voice about it, Mike, as well. So
Love it.
that's really
Love
good.
the industry.
How do the guys watching make contact?
Right. Well, we have a website, www.crosbybutcherytraining.co.uk, contactable through there. That you can contact me direct. My telephone number is 07973 702 418 if you want to speak to me on that. Absolutely be delighted to speak to people, talk through, no obligation, see where we go.
That's fantastic. Really appreciate your time today, Mike, and it's a wonderful way to try and encourage more boys and girls into the industry, who are obviously for the future, the next generation of people working in our industry. So really appreciate your time, Mike, and we'll see you again, I'm sure.
Perfect.
Thanks very much.
Thanks for your time. Cheers. Thank you.
That's it for now. Stay safe, and we look forward to seeing you next week on Weddel TV.